All right, so what are we doing now?
We're dusting off Hoovie. We've turned in our golf cart. Our last vendors sent off their Airstream to Ultimate Airstreams. Hoovie will be ceremoniously deflated until York, Pennsylvania, August 23rd to the 28th of 2025. And he'll come out again on our golf cart. All right, welcome to our final episode from Sedalia.
Yes, and so we are going to wrap up Sedalia and we will tell you later where we're going next.
Yeah, so we're gonna hit a barbecue place that the Airstream Factory technicians went back to multiple times.
A bunch of our vendors actually raved about this, so we were excited to try this before we left.
So let's go ahead and check out Bandana's Barbecue.
Correct.
As we finish out our day. So what did you get, C?
So I got the ribs, and that was what was touted as one of the great things here at this restaurant, and I'm excited to try it. I also got some applesauce and some fried okra, and I love, love, love fried okra. This is good. You want it to be very crunchy, and this is very crunchy. I also got the Budget Buster ribs, which was for $10.99, all that you can see here. So maybe about 4 ribs and 2 sides, and I think this will be just about perfect. And it's a really good value if you think about how much food this is here. So I'm going to try the ribs.
I've already determined the okra to be awesome.
They're very tender, they're smoky. They're everything I think a good rib should be, so very excellent.
So I got the burnt ends, which is kind of native to the Kansas City, Kansas, Missouri area. And it's actually the tip of the brisket. So that's why they call it that. It's just like the ribs, but there's no bones. It's super easy. I don't even know if I'm gonna put sauce on this. Just the way it comes out is almost perfect.
I thought my ribs were perfect. They almost didn't need sauce either.
Yeah,
so.
this is great. But they do have a bunch of sauces. Maybe we'll try a little bit.
And they gave you plenty of paper towels, which is important when it's kind of messy.
We've just been moseying around the downtown, and it's pretty cool here.
It is. It has some interesting buildings from about 1920s all the way back to about 1881. And you can see some of the Art Deco and the Art Nouveau influences of the 20s. And
they have a lot of plaques by each of the buildings showing some of the significant events that occurred there. Like, for example, at the Bothwell Hotel here, it's Harry Truman once dined here, Clint Eastwood, and a variety of other celebrities. So, yeah, the architecture is really cool.
Yeah. And they have a nice mural that actually touts some of the stars that came from here.
Yep. All right, we'll keep walking around downtown Sedalia. Even like the courthouse here, just the looks of it is like Save the Clock Tower from Back to the Future, one of the greatest movies of all time. But Save the Clock Tower, it looks just like that, doesn't it?
It does. And it was actually rebuilt in 1925. It was originally, they had an original courthouse there, and by 1885 it was destroyed by fire. So that kind of makes sense with some of these buildings here that look like they came around 1880s or so.
And where are we supposed to be right now?
We should be tasting bourbon right about now, right?
Yes, on the Bourbons and Bathrobes Rally. And where are we?
We are at Jackson Center.
Yeah, where we don't want to be.
Yeah.
Our frame cracked.
Yes.
Frame cracked again.
Yes.
So it is a common problem with this Airstream. Bummer. But we were not going to travel on it any more than necessary.
Correct.
So we went straight from Sedalia to Jackson Center, where we'll drop it off. It'll be here for at least a couple months. They can't get to it till January.
Yep.
So yeah, the Luv Subbin content is going to get real creative.
Yeah.
It's tough being an RV channel.
This is going to be the end of our camping for a little while. So
yeah, it's tough to be an RV channel when you don't have an RV. Correct. So if you have any comments or suggestions, leave a comment below as to what you'd like to see. Some more travel videos.
Well, I was thinking maybe some road trips, perhaps.
Some road trips.
Maybe some train.
Yeah, we'll try and get the content going.
Because we can still see Americana by
we can keep up the theme and the character of the channel going while the sub is in the hospital. So
right.
she's been checked into the hospital. She's in pre-op or whatever.
And in the waiting room.
In the waiting room, and yeah, we'll go ahead and get off down the road without the sub.
Yeah, really
Bummer.
sad. We came straight from Sedalia to Jackson Center, 2 350-mile tow days. We took a longer route because we wanted to avoid I-70, which we heard was a disaster. Anything to avoid shaking the Airstream up. We tried our best, and our biggest worry was that the fridge would start walking away from the wall any more than it had. So if you can see, we were doing vendors and our fridge was looking like this the whole time when we were in Sedalia.
Yep, it's actually come right off the
It's being held by 2 places in the top, just barely. So our fix was initially shims, but the shims didn't seem to work. They seemed to move around a lot. So this was a shower curtain adjustable rod that we put against the bottom here and bracing against the wheel well to keep this from walking across the floor, and we duct taped it down because this thing is twisting. So it seemed to do fairly well. And we're gonna have to push the fridge back into place and put some of these blocks behind it because we need to keep it level this way as well as level this way. So the fridge is still working amazingly enough, and we made it to Jackson Center without just crashing to pieces on the road somewhere. So don't know how we did it, but we made it.
And I know what you're saying. What? You're driving an Airstream, a trailer with a cracked frame down the road? You're gonna kill me, you're gonna kill my family, you're gonna kill puppies, and you're gonna kill everyone else on the road. Well,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, I'm not gonna just junk the trailer at the site. And B, I did talk to the Airstream folks, and they didn't seem to have too much of an issue with it being trailered. I asked them if there had ever been a disaster, like it just cracked and fell on the ground. They said, no, it's never happened. And remember,
there's always a first.
And remember when it cracked on the other side, we towed it from Florida to Jackson Center, so from Orlando to Vermont, Vermont to Jackson Center. So we've done it in the past, but so you can say we were dumb. That's fine. We're here.
Yep. So next step is going to be I'm going to push the bottom and you're going to push the top, and we're going to try to get it closer to the wall, okay?
All right. Let's do it.
Push the top, I'll push the bottom. I'm going to brace against. Ready?
Yep.
Push. Still too much space. I'm going to have to give it another ½ an inch. Alright, so it's about close to level as it's going to get. We propped it up with some blocks to keep it straight. I think that's the best we're going to be able to do for now. And I'm going to put some shims on the bottom so that it won't feel like it's falling forward every time I open the door. Such fun. Alright, shims are in position. That'll help keep it a little bit more stable when I open the door. And the fridge fan is still going, so I take that as a good sign. So we're unloading the Airstream for its little time in Jackson Center, and we've gotten really good at storing it away from our house.
Like when we do in Georgia, right?
Like we do in Georgia. But the only thing is, and the trick is on this one, is that it's going to have to be mobile. And so the consideration is you don't leave anything on the counters while it gets transported back and forth. You just have to consider the fact that it will be moved around.
Right.
As opposed to being in Georgia.
And we've got those collapsible duffel bags, which work really good for things like bedding to put in.
Yep.
Looks like we got a lot of room in the truck here we're getting things ready for.
Yep.
I printed out my winterization checklist prior to leaving.
And we're bringing all liquids back with this.
Yeah.
You don't want to live in liquids.
And we're winterizing. We're not having Jackson Center do it. It's simply because I don't want to pay for it, A, but more importantly, I am much more fanatical about it than I'm sure
they are.
They are. So
sure.
yeah, we're in the midst of winterization.
Yep.
Next step is blowing out the lines, followed by filling with antifreeze.
Yep.
All right, well, she's all winterized. She's unpacked. We fit everything in the truck. And she's at site A3 here.
And she's going to go with her friends pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll show you where she's going to hang out with her friends until they can get the work done and we can get her back. We can't wait.
Yep.
Sad day, but
it is needed to be done.
Yep. All right, so we're in the lot here where the Airstreams for service will be stored. It looks like there's a little opening space, so I can see that's probably where the sub is.
Yep.
Gonna be.
We're pre-renderized, so we'll get the little sign that says winterization.
Yep.
And we'll be good to go.
It's always neat looking at the streams that are here for service. Like this guy right here. Look at this one. This brand new trade wind still has the tag for the driver that we know about. So this one must have crashed on the way to the dealership from one of the drivers. It's still got the... Yeah, but look at the back of what happened to this guy. He got like totally abused. So whoever was transporting this didn't do too well. Brand new trade wind. Look at that. Ouch.
This is a 23-way front trade.
That's a 25 rear hatch. Wow. So we're at the factory service center here, Sin, and how's it feel sitting in that chair?
It has flashbacks to our interior. This looks like our dinette fabric.
This was the original fabric interior installed in our Airstream in 2002.
Yep.
And it was so popular they use it now in the waiting room.
Yeah, they must have had some extra fabric.
I wonder why they had extra fabric.
You think?
All right, let's head on out, and we've dropped our keys off and we're ready to go. We'll be back in January.
Yep.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So we're gonna stay one night in, is it Lima or Lima?
Lima.
Lima, Ohio, at a Courtyard by Marriott. And
there's a big tank plant here.
A big what plant?
Tank. I think they build M1 Abrams here for some reason.
Okay.
We'll have to
but there was a particular reason we wanted to stay here because where we might go for dinner tonight.
Yep. So we're gonna go to what's the name of it?
Skyline Chili.
Skyline Chili with the original Cincinnati Chili. And if you check out this video here, we tried some Cincinnati Chili, and Cindy's been making it ever since.
And I want to see if my recipe tastes just like or is close to the one that
because we've never been to the original.
Correct.
So let's go ahead, get our room together. Let's get ready for some Skyline Chili tonight.
So we had the choice of eating in or getting the takeout, and we're kind of exhausted after 2 days of 350-mile travel, plus actually trying to get the Airstream emptied and winterized.
And ready for, and we are just whacked.
We are whacked.
So we are going to just have it in our hotel room.
Yes.
We just watched Independence Day. What a great movie that is.
Classic.
Classic.
Yep.
And
we're just gonna relax.
So I guess this would be an unbagging, not an unboxing.
Exactly. So I ordered a deluxe burrito, and let's see what it came with.
That looks like the accessory pack right there.
Yep, it came with some oyster crackers.
Nice.
Some napkins, some utensils, which will be helpful.
Yes. Although the Citadel, some of you may recall every now and then they would have a no utensil night. And that was always, always, always on spaghetti night.
Extra cheese.
Nice.
2 bags of extra cheese.
Sweet.
And some hot sauce.
Cool.
So that's what's in there. And you got the 3-way.
Yep.
It's a small, the regular 3-way.
Regular 3-way, yep.
Yep. And I figure if there's anything left over for this, I will have it for breakfast tomorrow. Ooh, that looks good.
Oh, that's a burrito, right?
It is a burrito.
It's like a burrito deconstructed.
It looks fantastic, so let's dive in.
So Cindy looks wicked tired, but
I am.
let's go ahead and try that burrito.
So the burrito has the chili in it and some beans. I asked for it plain with just some lettuce on the side, so it should be pretty good.
So how does the
How does it compare
to what you make? The official chili.
This is actually hard to tell because it's mixed in with the beans.
Okay.
And so it does seem to be a little bit more minced than mine. really, really good though.
Why don't you try a bit of my chili on my spaghetti there? I'm gonna add the cheese afterwards.
Just looking at the chili itself, it's much more minced than anything that I was able to come up with. So
we may have to do better at mincing our meat. How are the spices? The cinnamon?
Mm-hmm. That's very similar to mine. I think it's really good. I think mine is fairly close, except for my chili is not as minced.
Okay, well there we have it.
There you have it.
Your version is pretty authentic.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go ahead and relax. And we chose this chili because during all the stress of the final 600-700 mile tow with a broken frame and having to unload and everything, we said we deserve a little treat. So this Skyline Chili we've been thinking about all the last 3 days.
Cheers. So it feels strange to be driving without the Airstream after having towed for such a distance.
Yep.
So, but we're just headed our way east.
Yeah, we had a real good day yesterday.
You know, it was a busy day, and I was pretty exhausted.
But a good evening.
But we had a good evening, for sure.
And we have no idea where we're going. We do know we're not going all the way to Vermont. It's 600 and something miles.
Yeah,
so.
we would have to drive until like 10 o'clock at night to get there. So that's a little bit much on top of everything else. So we're gonna try to find someplace fun.
Kind of wing it.
Yeah, kind of wing it, and just maybe find someplace fun. This last one was pretty fun because we wanted to try a Skyline Chili, and that was actually the most northern Skyline Chili that you probably could get in Ohio.
Yes.
Away from Cincinnati.
Yep.
So maybe we'll find something new and interesting.
All right, well there you have it. Our latest update and where we think we're gonna go from here. You know, 1 year ago, we were looking back at our data, and 1 year ago we were in Charleston, South Carolina.
2 years ago we were at Auburn, huh?
Right, and here we are in beautiful Vermont, but not where we want to be, but we're gonna make the best of it.
Yes, we are.
So if you like this video,
give us a big thumbs up.
And if you think we've earned a subscription, click the subscribe.
And comment below if you have any fun fall trips planned.
Because we come out with RV and Airstream related videos, we have no idea whenever we're going to come out with them again.
Thanks for watching.